Hello, everybody. Hope you all had a great weekend. Let's see what's going on. Gonna try to do a weekend's market overview and some key stuff to go over, some tricks and stuff, and any question. And if I see a good demand, I may continue doing every weekend. So we'll see. So the first thing I wanted to cover was option selling. How can we? Because I personally follow. I use unusual whale. You can see it here. Let me just bring this one up. So I have an unusual whale, and I used cheddar flow before, but now I use unusual whale. It looks much better, and I have a filter looking for orders anything above 150,000, 60 days expiration. That's my filter, and I'm looking for out of money only. I don't want in the money, deep in the money too much. And then only today's trade, and that's it. So basically I see what trades come in, and you can see here, let me just remove the SPX. um, so it shows me all the big trades that come in during the day. And you can see here the big one that was, for example, one Netflix came in, put one 419 expiration, $2 million. I like the ones that over 1 million. IWM 1.4 put 195, and Nvidia 750 770 put 122. So I sorted here. This one is sorted by time. This one I sorted by premium. And the most interesting that I noticed on Friday, the second biggest one was Tesla, that came in for next week's expiration, and 42,000 contract, $9 million. And at the beginning it felt so bullish, but in cheddar flow, if you click here, it shows you if the option has a leg. Because same time that came in, a follower posted or commented under my post that says there was another one for 200 call, and I went into it and I checked it, and it was actually the same time, and it was actually linked to this one. So you can see here there was an option for 200 call at same time, same second. Together the order came in, and they sold it for 1 cent. So it was very surprised. Is this what I was like? Is this a big lotto? Tesla is gonna go crazy up on Friday, or what? They locking in 42,000 contracts. So I went in and I checked the 200 contracts, see what's going on. So here's the thing about option I want you to know is that you can. I mean, I don't know what brokerage you guys use, but I use Thinkorswim. I just give you it's just a basic thing. These are different time frames I have here: 1 minute, 5, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily and weekly. I use mostly Think MACD and TTM squeeze a lot. So if you have any question, if you want to know how TTM squeeze and MACD works, I have a separate video that I recorded before. You can watch that. It's very important. I personally wish when I started trading first day, I wish I knew about TTM squeeze and MACD. It could have made me very much more ahead. It took me a long time to learn it. But anyway, it has lots of tricks. Just learning the basic is not enough. You have to do a lot of back tests to understand how it works. What I want to say is on the option, you can anytime add the option strike to the watch list. So for example, this option of 200 call on Tesla, 200 call on Tesla expiring yesterday, I just typed it in. Any option, you can type it in. You just put dot, I put Tesla symbol, then you put the date 24/02/23. You put C if it's call, if it's put you put P, and the strike. For example, you have an option strike from few years ago. I even tried sometimes, it was like 5 6 years ago. I put the option strikes, it still showed me the data. It was very interesting. So they saved it. It's not easy to access. You have to type it in. Anytime you type it in, you can get the data. So another trick that I will go over it later in this live is that you can use indicator on option. Option strike that you selected and you have it in your watch list. You can use indicator on it to identify move. I will go over it later, but I just want to first finish this one. So if you look at this option, let me just maximize this one. So we go on 15 minutes. Do a little bit zoom out. Let's go on. Let me just change the time frame. 15 minutes. We do 5 day. Okay, So you can see here on Friday there was a huge volume here, and if you notice volume it tells here. So if you notice when I go on it, it shows 44,819 volume on last Friday, not this Friday, last Friday. There was an option, it was a 42,000 contract that came in. And even if I go on the cheddar flow, I probably can, if I put the date, if I put the date on Friday and set all the filters, it's gonna take some time. I can find that order too on on unusual whale. So I noticed that as soon as I see this order and with that leg, because I was surprised, maybe something Tesla is gonna be crazy, maybe it's gonna jump into the close by 200, so that's why I bought it. So right away I added the strike to the watch list. I went back and see if I can find a 42,000 contract, and right away 5 days before I found a 42,000 contract order on Friday. So that told me that okay, this one the guy bought it on Friday, because in option, in any order in the stock market there is always two sides. One is selling, one is buying. And just note, in the stock market 90% of trades, one side is computer. That's why market is liquid. Back in the day it wasn't, but since computer and algorithm came in, market is much more liquid. They always one side come in and they liquidate later whatever they sold or bought, and but they keep the market liquid. So, but the thing is, you can sometimes be seller in market. In option, most of the people, 99% people always buy option. But if you don't know, you can also sell option to make profit or lose money. But it's very, very much more dangerous if you do it naked, because if it goes against you, account can get wiped. So just note that. So in option, when you want to select options in Robinhood, you just buy always, for example. But in other brokerage, you have to select: is it buy to open or is it sell to open? And then same thing when you want to close it, it has if is it buy to close or is it sell to close. So just note that. So this guy, when I noticed there was a 42,000 contract that came same size almost on Friday last week, I was like, okay, this is a sell. So he bought it. He bought it. He sold the option that time at four, almost $5, and he kept it until Friday, and he locked it at 1 cent. So that right away told me that this option that this leg came together, most likely this is another sell. This is another sell that the guy is selling the 200, and at the here's the 200 contract. So if you go here, you can see here 42,000 contract came in. Volume shows there, and it went a little bit up. He sold it at 2.2, and it went a little bit up to 2.3, 2.4, and then right away it went lower into the close. So most likely this is telling me, I look at this way, that okay, this guy is putting a big money and he is not expecting Tesla to close above 200 by next week. So that's why he's risking the $10 million. And here's the thing, keep in mind, $10 million options selling in $10 million, 200 put of option of Tesla, that needs an account of almost $850 million. $850 million. So this kind of trades usually big banks do it. I talk to some people, they always say, it could be BlackRock because they have this kind of capital. It could be anybody else, but it's very, very few and limited institution can take this kind of huge risk, like risk almost $1 billion to make like $10 billion profit. Anyhow, enough of this one. Let me just check something here. If you have any question, please let me know in the comments. So yeah, anytime, the one trick that I'm really interested personally is always adding option to the watch list before you trade it, because you want to see what's going on. Same thing, like for example, let me find a bullish name here. I'm PanW, for example. PanW was very bullish from beginning on Friday. It was very bullish. And then these kind of names, you want to, when you want to trade the option, you want to pay attention to the option. So for example here, I selected 290. I did 290 at 300 calls 2 weeks out. I played that one too. So I watched the option and I want to see how is the TTM squeeze and MACD. Once I see the TTM squeeze and MACD are still bullish, that gives me more confidence on the trade. So let me just change this one to 5 minutes, 1 minute, 1 day. Okay, here we go. So here you can see, for example, at the beginning, when this one is 290, a call on pan W. So I added this option at the beginning, and it opened at like 1.5, went to $2. It had a pullback, and then once it has a rise up, it's safe to hold. It's unsafe to hold once the 5 minutes MACD is dead cross. So, but before that, you want to pay attention to the TTM squeeze, because same way I monitor the stocks, when I see dark blue bar on the TTM squeeze, I know that this is getting weak. This is end of the run. So same thing on option. When I see an option is running up and then it shows dark blue bar, and I pay that, and I use 3 minutes 3 minutes charts too. I have on my other screen on the right side. I watch that one too. It gives a better and earlier alert than 5 minutes. So anyhow, it's really important to use all these indicators that you use on watching the stocks and using it on option. So because, for example, the 290 call was is still bullish on the 15 and 30, that means it's still there is a chance midday maybe, because the pullback happened, and you'll say, okay, I locked it already, but you're thinking about, okay, should I get in again? Well, what is a good point to get in? Here we go. We got a 5 minutes MACD golden cross on the option at 12.15, and boom, from $2-3 went all the way to $4. Not bad profit. But then we got a dead cross again, boom, dropped. So anyhow, the point is the point is, another trick that I want to go over it is that, for example, you trading SPY or SPX, okay, and sometimes some people trade same day. That's gambling. Make big money, whatever strategy you have. But here's the thing: if you do like 2 days out, 3 days out, or 1 week out, or 2 weeks out, one little trick, a small trick, and very important trick is that you can chat disconnected. Yeah, all right, it's connected. So one little trick is that you can use lower strikes, lower dated option strikes, to monitor and see what is the behavior of that stock to play the outer date. So for example, you want to buy SPY option 1 week out, 7 days out. You can add same day option or 2 day option expiration and see the behavior on SPY on that 2 day out to predict what to do with the option that is 7 day out. I hope you get the point what I mean. So for example, let's look at SPX. I'll give you an example. So SPX came to 50.81, and you're thinking about, okay, I want to buy the dip. I'm gonna go on so SPX. Let me just go here on my watch list. SPX. I'm gonna add the 5100 call expiration on Monday to the watch list. I just added at the bottom, and then I'm gonna add, for example, next week, which is March 1, 5100. I'm gonna add that one too. So here we go. So I have here 5100 expiration Monday, and I have here 5100 expiration Friday. So let's see the behavior of this one. So as you see here, it came down all the way to $10. And at this point, let me add this, change this one to 3 minutes. So you see here, it came to $10, and here you can see it got a golden cross. So at 11:30, right now is $11, right? So $11, 3 minutes MACD golden cross. And just note, market was very bullish in the morning. We are still in the bull market. So anytime there is a chance for, again, bounce up or jump up or then full recovery. So that's why if you want to play knife catching. And then, a 3 minutes MACD got golden cross. So that's a signal. The next day you got a golden cross. So what is it? 11:30. So you come here, check the other one. 11:30. You see the option was 28. So from 28 went to 32 for like 30 minutes. So that's not bad. I mean, that's for 7 days out. If you do like 4 days out, 5 days out, 3 days out, it's even bigger profit. You can even use same day option expiration for guiding you for 1 day out. The point is that you can use the whatever you want to trade. You can use 1 day, 2 day out, or 7 days out, whatever equity you're trading, to guide you for the longer option. So that's another point. That's another trick I wanted to show. Okay. Another thing is Nvidia. Nvidia was very interesting on Friday. So Nvidia is on an uptrend. It's just a maniac going up crazy, and it just keeps going on. My target, as I mentioned, is 883.19. It will most likely come, but it was interesting on Friday. It jumped up to 830 to 823. It was very bullish in the morning, but then right away it starts falling. So you can see here the 3 minutes MACD got a dead cross, and then 5 minutes, and then 15 got a dead cross, 30. So you start getting bearish, right? And I'm sorry, 30 wasn't even golden cross yet. So it start getting bearish. But where is the bottom? The question is, where is the bottom? Okay, you catch the put, and now you want to play calls. You want to see, okay, where is the bottom? Maybe he's gonna have it bounce up and go all the way back to all-time high again, make a new all-time high end of the day. So for example, this one, it came down and 3 minutes MACD got a golden cross. Here it start building a base. Once it came down, made 2 3, you see 3 candles, base down, 3 candle, like hammer candle, and then it's 3 minutes MACD got a golden cross. So this one, another interesting thing method is, I added here the 800 call on Friday. Let me show you on the 3 minutes. So here, 3 minutes, you can see here Nvidia at 8 and 820 start golden cross. And keep in mind, back in the days, Apple was the market direction setters. Now is Nvidia. Nvidia, whenever Nvidia bounces up, market follows. When Nvidia falls, market follows again. So this is something to keep. This is the key point to keep in mind until is invalidated. Nowadays, that's how it works. So anyhow, 3 minutes MACD got a golden cross on Nvidia on the 800 call expiring on Friday. So that says, okay, this is probably the bottom. And then it did make a bottom. And if you look at the options. So I traded 800 call expiring next Friday. So you could I added here too. So here it is. So you can see here it came down to first it made a bottom here like at 19, then it had another drop to 16, then it had made a bigger drop to all the way to 11. So but keep in mind, Nvidia option, you really want to learn the behavior of every stocks option. Like SMCI is totally different than SPY. SPY is moves different than QQQ. They're just similar, QQQ and SPY, but I want to say like Microsoft is different, like than Tesla. Tesla is different than how Netflix moves. Every stock. That's why you want to focus on some set of names and always focus on that. Know how the stocks behaves. And anyhow, 3 minutes MACD got a golden cross, and that's the 800 call for next week. And you can see from 11 went all the way to 26. Until you don't have a 3 minutes MACD dead cross, it's good to hold. So anyhow, the point is that Nvidia, if you look at it at the 200 call, at once at the 11:15, the Nvidia stock got a 3 minutes MACD golden cross, and then the option 3 minutes MACD got a golden cross. It was good until what time here? You can see 3 minutes 12:24. So 12:24, this one that crossed, and then Nvidia on the 200 call next week, this one same time that crossed too. But the point is that the option strikes that is more near strikes more near dated, they give an earlier warning than a longer term. For example, if the option on the 200 call for Friday, let me go back to it here. So it went all the way to 8, right? And then suddenly it started dropping 2 points, 1 point. It came, like a matter of 20 minutes, from all the way from 8 came down to 3, 5 points drop. So that's a lot of drop. That means the algos are getting bearish. The algos are saying, okay, this probably is the top. But look at the Nvidia 200 call next week. It went all the way to 23, still came down to 20, 21, 22. The drop wasn't that significant as the one on Friday. So that's another thing I wanted to put out. Hopefully you learned something. So as I mentioned, I personally always follow the stock market historic move. It's really important in my personal opinion. Let me show you something on SPX. For example, on Thursday, because of Nvidia, market jumped huge. And let me maximize this. Then we go to daily charts. All right. Okay, I made it too much maximum. Do all right. So you can see here on Friday we jumped up, and Friday and on Friday, Thursday we jumped up, and Friday it gives us a, like a almost a flat day almost. And if you go and look at the historic chart since October, when market started this huge run up, you can see here every time we got a jump up, we got a few days of flat. So here we got a big jump up. You can see big jump up, 1, 2, 3 days flat, and then another big jump up, another big jump up again, 1, 2. I mean this one even longer days flat. So another jump up here again, flat 2 days, 2 day jump up again. So another jump up here, 2 days, 1 day flat, and then second day jump up. So it was kind of obvious for me that Friday is gonna be flat day, not too much expectation for run up, more big run up. And that's what you want to always pay attention. Another thing I want to note and I want to point out is Pan W. Pan W is an interesting stock that I have under watch right now, and I posted on Friday. Look here on the earning, just ignore these levels that I have. This is when they had the earning last time. Last time they were around 260, 263, and they had the earning and the day before earning, sorry about that. So they on the day before the earning they had a drop from 260 to something 255, and then the next day boom, red day down. But look what happened after that. Boom, 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 went up in a matter of 5 days, recovered all the losses, made a new all-time high, and kept going higher. So that's how I'm watching Pan W right now. Pan W was 370, 380, and then boom, it dropped huge to 260. And then look what happened after that. We got a next day we got a big jump up because of a sorry. Next day, wait 1 second. Yes, next day we bounced up, then it pulled back down again. So premiums got killed again. But the third day, the 4 hour got a golden cross. So that's what it caught my attention. And the 4 hour when the 4 hours golden cross, and I remembered from last earning that what they did, and this is a historic event, so it could historically it is just a possibility chance that it could happen. Obviously, it is 100% guarantee that it's gonna happen. That's why we don't go all in every trade. We go with the with the size that it's if it goes wrong, okay, it goes wrong. But if it goes right, it could be a big win. So my prediction is like for example, this is high chance goes back to 300, and we'll see if it goes above it. We'll see if it's gonna recover all of these loss. My prediction possibly does. So I love it. Like on Friday before even market, I right away I posted in the service that because I saw the 15 MACD was up, 30 was up, 1 hour was up, 4 hour is about to golden cross, and boom, it opens and jumps up, gives a little bit pullback again, good opportunity to buy again, boom, it jumps up again, and gives some more opportunity middays too. But the point is, this name is specifically the bid and gap are very wide, and the premiums are very volatile. So you have to be very careful where to buy and where to sell. So as I mentioned, every name is different. Another name I'm really watching for last few weeks is an Amazon. Amazon, my expectation is that makes a new all-time high. Just want to point that out. Let me change this one to 5 in 1 day. Amazon all-time high is 183, I think, right? Let me just double check that. Amazon is 183 or 187. I'm not sure right now. Yeah, all-time high is 188.65. So we're not too far from it. And once it passes 188, it can get really interesting. Let me just show you guys here. I haven't shared on Facebook yet. I'm sorry, on X. 188.65 is all-time high. Once we pass that, it can, who knows, maybe goes to 200. So just this is something to keep note. 4 hour, because it was after earning, it had a very strong earning. After earning, it kept falling. Even market days that was strong, it wasn't flying up because Jeff Bezos was keep selling. But now that he sold his 50 million shares, it has chance for run up, and it did have a strong close on Friday. Was strong, and the 4 hour, every time you see 4 hour MACD golden crosses, this one can do a run up. Right now daily MACD is near golden cross. If that one confirms, maybe possible to do for a few days green run up. So right now I'm watching 175, yeah, If you pass 175.75, the all-time high of this season, my next target is 177, 180. 180 maybe it's possible to come this week. Once we pass 180, we're looking for 188. So that's another one. For next week, what I'm watching is Bidu, ZS, CELH, CRM, SMCI, CRM. These are the earnings that coming up. The most important earnings that I'm watching is Bidu, ZS, CELH, and CRM. They have a lot of market attention. Bidu been down a lot. Google earning wasn't good last season, so we'll see what Bidu does. I don't play earning, but afterward it should give a lot of chances. And then ZS, it could have big effect on PanW and CRWD, and CLH. We'll see if they sell the drinks or not. And CRM, is a big. It's kind of an AI name too. And to SMCI, I will go over tomorrow morning. We have to see market action. As I mentioned before, anytime you see a name goes parabolic, until the weekly MACD is not dead cross, this can continue going down, continue going up. And last week, the week before, we made a huge dump on Friday, and then it had made a very nice recovery all week, but then it was weak again on Friday. So you have to see the actions pre-market on Monday to see what's gonna happen. Nvidia, let's go in over it one more time. Daily MACD is golden cross until the 4 hours now dead cross is possible. Maybe there's some recovery. As I mentioned, 880 is my target, and but CRM could have an effect on it. We'll see. And but there was some weakness on Friday, so we'll see what the action is gonna be on Monday. But that's pretty much it. I wanted to go over it. An overall market, and right now futures are a little bit red. We'll see how it develops until tomorrow morning. 2 weeks ago, before Nvidia, we got dark blue bar on the TTM squeeze, so it was some sign of bearishness. But until we don't have a dead cross confirmation on weekly, it's still every dip is a buy. And here's another thing to keep in mind. For example, on Friday, let me go on SPY. On Friday, okay, market starts falling, and it start falling, and premiums are put where it start rising up. I even made a small loss, then I recovered it later. I did SPX, but I bought it very wrong time, and let me show you here. So it starts dumping here, and then once it starts dumping, premiums once it starts big dumps happen, the algorithms increase the premiums on puts a lot, because they think, okay, what if this is gonna be a big fall and it's gonna go bigger down, so they accelerate the rise of the premiums prices. And but then when it starts bottoming, like, it shows you like a hammer candles. Let me show you here. When it starts showing you like a hammer candles, those could be a sign that, okay, the dip buyer is coming in. Maybe somebody put an order there that he wants to hold the market there. He wants to dip buy. Once there's too many people getting that levels, then market can bounce up. And that's what happened here. You can see here 3 minutes MACD golden cross. We got a bounce up. But the bounce up wasn't that strong. But the bounce up was strong enough to kill the put premiums. So for example, this was an option. I don't remember exactly what date it was. I think it was like 2-3 days out. Then it went like was $8. It went to 16. It was like 16 here, and then right away this jump up made the option 16 went to 14, and then from 14 went all the way down to 10, and the end of the day was like 5 or 6. So this is what you want to notice, like how is, because that's why it's important to watch option premiums strikes on the chart to see how is the algorithms behaving. Are they killing the premiums, or are they holding the premiums up? If they're holding it up, that means they're expecting it, to go higher, or at least hold that level. If they're killing it, that means, okay, either market is going to consolidate or it's going to go reverse. That's why they're killing the premiums. So I just yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to keep it 30 minutes. If there's any question, let me know in the comments. What made you highlight Meta 500 last week? So I didn't highlight 500. I said it's possible to come. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what I said about it right now. But it was 4 hours MACD got a golden cross, and that was really interesting. I don't remember exactly what I said, so I don't want to say what I said. The defender, well, say I didn't. Sorry about that. But 500 got close to it. So here's the thing. Meta um, went to 487, then it got a 4 hour dead cross. Then Nvidia earning came in and it started big jump. And the Friday was on Thursday had a big jump, but then Friday had a jump higher, bigger, but then it got sold again. The problem in Meta right now is that I see on Finviz, because here's, let me show you guys here. To always check this Finviz is really interesting. You can go here, put any company, and gives you a lot of information. For example, Meta, and so much information they provide for free. Upgrade, the upgrade, downgrade, news, everything. On top of that, at the bottom is shows you the sell. You can see here Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO, keeps selling until February 21. He was selling. So after February 21, right now is not showing anything, which is a good sign. So February 21, that was like 475. So as you can see here, because of the Meta, when the 4 hour got a golden cross, it had a chance. So last high before that was 487. It hit it and it pulled back. One thing to note about Meta is that recently, every time that hit a new all-time high or goes jump up, it made a fast pullback. That's what it did last few weeks, and that's what's happening right now. So I actually at the open, after I see a pullback, I start playing puts. So I played the put one time, but I didn't do it anymore. But and I'm not gonna be surprised if it be red on Monday too. And 4 hour, as you can see here, we got a dark blue bar. Every time, as I mentioned, you see a 4 hour golden cross, there is a chance for run up. But right now we got a dark blue bar, and the 1 hour got a dead cross. So there is a possibility, and 1 hour actually not only is dead cross. Actually, we got red bars on TTM squeeze. So the yeah, so that's just something to note, because previous all-time highs after that had a pullback, then run up again. For this one, you want to wait for the next 1 hour MACD golden cross, then it can run up again. Um, uh, duh, duh. No, I watched TTMS squeeze. I don't remember if there was a big collar on it. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If there is no question, yeah, just that's pretty much it. Always just note, add option strikes. If whatever you trade, before I always tell even myself, don't trade anything fast. Always add the option strike on it, because you want to see what's gonna happen, what's going on with that name. For example, Tesla was bearish. Um, Let me show you guys something. So Tesla was bearish all day on Friday. You can see here 15 minutes MACD was downward, 30 minutes was downward, and then suddenly the 200 calls for next week, $10 million comes in, and it jumped a little bit, but then it went lower. But if you add the option to the strikes here, you can see that the 15 and 30 is telling us is bearish. And keep in mind, options starts moving when 15 and 30 is upward. Deep buying can be good. A lot of times maybe you get lucky, but the times that you don't get lucky, you can lose a lot of money, and it can damage through psychology. Your mind makes you disappointed at what you're doing. So always keep in mind, whenever you want to trade anything, if you're doing put, you want to make sure the 15 and 30 is in your favor. And if for this example, if you want to play put, because it's good, because 15 and 30 is downward. And the reverse, if you want to do calls, you want to make sure that the 15 and 30 on, for example, this pan W 300 call from 2 weeks out. 15 and 30 is in your favor, is upward. 1 hour is golden cross, that's in your favor. And keep in mind, option premiums move the biggest when charts are in your favor. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for tuning in. If there is demand, I'll probably try to do more next weekends, and I will have more topics to go over. Thank you so much, and have a good night. Yes, Baba.